about me. For example, the carpenters found it odd that I wouldn't sit down on the chair when Mr. Carpenter was in the room. As was the custom in India, then I was astonished that they didn't bath every day. Other things like my clothes and my not eating non-vegetarian food was also very strange for them. Carpenter Mavashi took care of me as if I were her own daughter. She cried like a child when she left me at the Women's College in Philadelphia. Yes, what here happens when she reaches America? As the Anandi reached America, obviously the environment of the America, the surroundings of the America will become completely changed, right? She found something strange and the people of America found something strange in her. Yes, what are the strange things? That she never sat on the chair when Mr. Carpenter was in the room, as it was the custom in India that they have to sit down. And not eating non-vegetarian food. Anandi was vegetarian, okay, but Mr. and Mrs. Carpenter were non-vegetarian. They felt strange about her and her wearing of sari, clothes, her traditions, her customs were completely different from America. These things made her some sort to adjust, some difficulties to adjust in America. But Carpenter Mavashi care of her like if she was her own child. Okay, she cried a lot when she was leaving Anandi to the Women's College of Philadelphia. Okay, when she was going to the College of Philadelphia, Carpenter Mavashi cried a lot. Coming to the 6th paragraph. The Superintendent and the Secretary of the college were very kind. They were impressed that I had come to study from so far away, braving poverty and opposition from my people. They even offered me a scholarship of $600 for the 3 years. Yes, the Superintendent and Secretary of that women's college were very much impressed. Impressed in the sense, cause or feel of admiration. Yes, admiration. Okay, cause or feel of admiration. They admired her and they felt very happy that Anandi has came from so far to learn, to study by opposing all her poverty, all her people, all her customs. Okay, and even they gave her $600 scholarship for 3 years to study, to stay in America. Okay, coming to the 7th para. The room that was provided to me at the college didn't have a proper fireplace. The fireplace emitted a lot of smoke when lit, so it was a choice between smoke and cold. I tried to get another place, but that was not possible as no one was ready to rent a place to a brown Hindu girl trying to be a doctor. After about 2 years in that place, I started having a constant temperature and cough. Well, living in an alien culture, weather was always going to be difficult and I was ready to face it. Yes, what happens in the 7th paragraph? The room in the hostel which was given to Anandi was not having a proper fireplace. It was close to the kitchen. Whatever the kitchen fire lit was happening, it would come into the room of Anandi. Because of that, she faced a lot of health problems. If she wanted to share the room also, nobody in America was ready to share the room with her, and they were not ready to support her. They thought that she is just an Indian brown girl who wanted to become a doctor. Yes, nobody was supporting her. Nobody was ready to share the room with her, not even in the college, not even in the hostel. Okay? That she has to struggle between smoke and cold. Either she has to stay out of the hostel. America was a very cold region. Okay? America has a very cold weather climate. So she has to take choice between smoke and cold. Anandi was facing a lot of problems in America. Yes, as she was the Hindu brown girl, nobody was ready to share the room with her, and she has to choose between the cold and the smoke, the bad condition of the America. Okay, and in that situation itself, she completed 2 years, and she was never willing to drop out. Okay, she never wanted to discontinue the study. Okay, and she was ready to face in that alien culture, very disturbing culture. Yes, very disturbing climate, alien climate. She stayed, she faced it at any cost. Okay. Now coming to the 8th para. My health was severely affected by my stay there. After around 2 years in the USA, I had sudden spells when I used to feel very faint and get a high temperature. The cough never left me. By the end of 3 years, my condition had worsened. Yes, by staying in that particular condition, by staying in that particular area, region, she started to fall ill. In the 3rd year, her health became the worst condition. Yes, she had complete temperature, full of temperature all the time, and cough also. The cough never left her. Okay? But I somehow scraped through the final exams at the convocation where my husband was present. It was announced that I was the first woman doctor of India. I got a standing ovation for that. It was one of the most rewarding moments of my life. Day by day, I grew worse and nothing worked. My husband then admitted me to the women's hospital in Philadelphia. I was then diagnosed as having tuberculosis, but the disease hadn't yet reached my lungs. The doctor advised me to go back to India. Yes. Anyhow, in that bad, pathetic condition, pathetic climate, the worst climate, Anandi crossed her or completed her final exam, and the convocation day comes. Convocation day means the final degree day, okay, where the students are convocated. Okay, then that day there was Gopal also in America. Okay, there in America, the university members declared that Anandi was the first woman to have the doctor. Yes, India's first woman to become a doctor. Anandi was the first girl or first woman, first lady to become a doctor, and she has faced a lot of trials and tribulations and crossed the examinations. She completely successfully fulfilled her husband's dream. Yes, as their condition was very bad, there she was admitted in the Philadelphia hospital where she was diagnosed. Her body was diagnosed. There she came to know that she was suffering from tuberculosis. But it was not the last stage. Tuberculosis in the sense TB. Okay? It was not had reached the lungs. So what the doctor of the America advised, ship refused to treat a brown woman on reaching India. She stayed at her cousin's place in Pune to receive treatment from a renowned Ayurvedic specialist. Yes, you can see here, tall, damage resulting for something. Yes, her image was completely damaged in India. As she was back to home to India, the society was not ready to accept her, in which the ship peoples who traveled, yes, they were not ready to treat her. They were not ready to talk with her. Yes, and at last, what happens? When she will reach India, she will stay in Pune, in her cousin's house. Okay, there she will get the treatment from an renowned, very famous Ayurvedic specialist, Ayurvedic doctor. Okay, he, however, refused to treat her, as according to him, she had crossed the boundaries of society. Finally, on February 26, 1887, frustrated that all her achievements were in vain, Anandi Bai succumbed to her disease at the age of 22. She was mourned throughout India. Her ashes were sent to Mrs. Carpenter, who wanted to place them in her family cemetery in C. Okay? In Poughkeepsie. Yes, what happens here? That Ayurvedic doctor, that Ayurvedic specialist was also not ready to treat Anandi Bai by listening to the society. Yes, at the beginning days, he don't know about Anandi, he treated her. But later, from the Indian society, from the Indian climate, that doctor came to know that she has crossed the customs of India, trials and tribulations of India, rules and regulations of the society. So he also refused to treat her. Nobody was ready to treat Anandi Bai. Yes, but with this frustration, yes, prevent from succeeding. She didn't cure up from the tuberculosis. She died on February 26, 1887 at the very young age of 22. Okay, she died at the age of 22 and she was mourned all over the country. Yes, mourned in the sense whenever a famous people die, the government will declare some rules and regulations. As recently happened, our ex-president was died, right? Pranab Mukherjee. As he died, all over India, 6 days mourn was declared all over the India. Same when Anandi Bai died, all over the India, the mourn was declared and her ashes were sent to Mrs. Carpenter to America to keep them in a cemetery. Cemetery, a large burial ground, the death ground, where the people who are died, they will bury them. Yes, they will bury them. Okay, in that burial ground, Mrs. Carpenter took the ashes of Anandi Bai and put her there in their family cemetery. Okay, kept that ashes in their family cemetery in Poughkeepsie. Okay, that place is called as Poughkeepsie. All the efforts of Anandi Bai went up. Went up means without any success. Whatever she learnt these many days from her marriage, at the very small age of 9, she got married, and within 2-3 years she lost her son also. And after struggling so hard, after getting the oppositions of the society, Indian customs, her efforts were like loss. They were completely failure. Okay, coming to the 10th para. Anandi Bai's efforts, however, were not in vain. To this day, she is an inspiration to Indian girls from all walks of life. She enables us to believe that whatever our situations and circumstances, nobody unachievable, and that each of us has the potential to achieve whatever we wish to. Today, the Maharashtra government has a fellowship in her name for young women working on women's health. Yes, what happens? She thought that her efforts are vain, but today we are learning about her. There is a lesson for you people about Anandi Bai because of her efforts, because of her struggles, what she has done. If she would have not struggled, if she would have not shown this to us, what is the society of 1885 and what is the age or what is the mindset of Indian people, we would have not come up with it. Today she is a great inspiration for each and every girl who studies in India and wanted to come up. She showed that whatever may be the society, whatever may be the circumstances, whatever may be the culture, nobody stops your dream. If you are willing to do it, you should believe in yourself and you should fulfill your own dreams. And today, the Maharashtra government has a fellowship. Fellowship means a NGO which treats the woman, okay, which gives the proper treatment for the women. It has taken the initiative now, right? At the age of Anandi, there were no hospitals for women. Yes, this was the lesson of Anandi Gopal. Yes, you can also see the very great Gopal Rao's character, who was the best supporter of women and women education and women's remarriage. This was the story of Anandi Gopal, my dear children. I hope you have understood the lesson.
Do like and subscribe for more updates on my channel. Thank you.